Sega.
Hey guys, this is Jack the Bomb giving you a review of Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed for the Wii U. I'm going to break this down into several categories and basically give you guys my opinion on what this game should be rated at and whether or not you guys should buy it. First off, we're going to talk about the gameplay. It is really great. It's very similar to Mario Kart, and I have to say, of all the competition, this game gets it right. The weapons are understandable. They are functional just like Mario Kart. The controls are excellent. They're not as tight and as well defined as Mario Kart, but it's definitely much better than Mod Nation Racers or the, I believe it was one with Sackboy, whatever. Now, it's not as good as Mario Kart, but it's really a great game to hold you over until Mario Kart Wii U comes out, which, again, at this point, there hasn't even been a release date announced. So now, going into track design. Now, one thing I love about this game is that most tracks are dynamically changing every lap. The gameplay you're watching right now is Burning Skies, I believe is the... Burning Rangers, sorry. Now, this track, on the first lap around, there's only one segment that has water. So your car transforms into a boat, and you go through that section. But at every lap, you hear, like, from the background, you notice that, well, this place that you're racing in is breaking apart. You know, water is flooding in. Certain segments that used to drive your car on are now flooded. Therefore, you have to race with your boat. And it's very interesting. A lot of the tracks are like this. The very first track, which is the Ocean View from Sonic, does it where the first two laps you go around, you're just driving on a car, and then the third lap, once you go past to begin the third lap, the track dissolves and you actually fall underneath and you start the half of the track race completely in water, and it's very excellent and very well done. And there are a few tracks that just don't do that. For instance, one of them is the Afterburner, which is the ships, the two aircraft carriers, and basically the track, you know, every lap it's the same. There's really nothing different from lap to lap. So it's very interesting the way they do it. Now, the way I can explain the game, like how it works in that way, is if you guys have played Diddy Kong Racing, it's very similar to that. However, apply the way Mario Kart 7 for the 3DS, how it dynamically changed your car when you hit the water. Propellers popped out of the back. When you went off a certain ramp, your parachute would pop up on the top, or your hang glider. And apply that to Diddy Kong Racing, where you had the car, you had the boat, and you had the plane. But in different segments, they just dynamically change. And the controls are very similar to Diddy Kong Racing. So I guess that's the easiest way to compare it and give you guys an idea of how it functions. Now let's get on to graphics. Now, this game suffers from launch port syndrome. What I mean by that is, the game has been developed primarily for the Xbox 360 and somewhat the PlayStation 3, and they did a very sloppy job bringing it over to the Wii U. What happens is, a lot of times you'll notice graphical glitching, so you'll see like random lighting not working correctly. You'll notice aliasing is just ridiculously bad. You'll notice that your character tends to, like, the tires tend to go underneath the track a little bit. And the frame rates tend to drop a lot. And I think this is something that's not necessarily specifying whether or not the Wii U itself can handle it. This is entirely bad coding from what I've seen. Now, hopefully they'll fix it. I don't really think they will, but there are a few updates that have been announced for this game. Music. Now, this game has great and excellent music. They stay true to each of the games that the races are based on. My favorite of all time is Night into Dreams. That particular stage, like, it's excellent. You have to play it, and you have to, you know, really see the magic behind that. Now, issues. There are tons of issues in this game. Most notably being the boost challenges are impossible to beat. The issue with it, and as you can see, is that the checkpoints don't spawn. So basically, you're running out of time every time because you can't hit a checkpoint, which would add time. So they're impossible to beat, and the reason why I have 1 star in all of them is if you fail the track 3 times in a row on easy, it will give you the option to skip, which will just give you the star. They have announced that this is an issue across the board. It's not only an issue on the Wii U edition, it's also a problem on the PS3 and Xbox 360, so they will be fixing this. Another issue I ran into is on the traffic challenge on Sonic's Ocean View. Now, on the 3rd lap, the track dissolves, just like I explained earlier, to go and get you in the water. It's not supposed to do that. So you'll be racing for a good, 15 seconds, and you'll realize there are no cars anymore. The part that you're supposed to pass through to keep on hitting checkpoints, they're gone. So what was supposed to happen was the track wasn't supposed to dissolve. You were supposed to continue going on as if you're on your first lap still. So you basically will never win that one either. So I'm going to rate this game a 6 out of 10 due to the bugs making it 100% impossible to beat the game 100%. It is impossible to get 3 stars in every single race due to these bugs. Had those bugs not existed, I would have given the game an 8 out of 10, but, time will tell. If they do fix the bugs, then, my rating will be 8 out of 10, but as it stands, it's going to be 6 out of 10. So thank you guys, look out for future reviews, and yeah, thank you.
A bet failed? Oh, man. C-Class. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, go! Time over. A bet failed.